Hello, we're going to show WABABAI. What is WABABAI? WABABAI is a tool to write a book assisted by AI. We are going to do a short demo to show how we can actually create a book in a few minutes, actually. Let's start by creating a project. So we just click on create a project. The first thing we're going to get is, okay, what is the project name? I want to write a book, in this case, about Stoicism, and how ancient philosophies help us grow in this modern world. So let's call it just something like, okay, philosophies, right? We'll just give a name to the project, philosophies. Okay, save it. And then we go into the project creation workflow. The first thing that WABABAI is asking us is, okay, so what is this book about? What is your book about? So I'm going to say that my book is about, let me copy paste something that I've already written. So my book is about a book about how ancient philosophies from the East and the West can help us navigate the complexities of the modern world. I will just click on validate. Okay, then WABABAI asks us, okay, for whom is this book? So this book is going to be for people interested in personal growth and curiosity on the ancient origin of some of the most powerful self-help advice. So I want to explore all these areas and why are we writing this book? And the reason I write the book is okay, I want to focus on the role of Stoicism in the West and Taoism in the East to shape and influence current self-help advice and how relevant those philosophies are. Okay, you could write the book about whatever you want, right? So let's say I want to write a book about these things, right? These are some things that are of interest to me, and I want WABABAI actually to help me write the book, or even write it for me if I may. So the first thing is, okay, book title. So what title do we want to give to the book? And maybe I don't want to think too much. I want to have some suggestions. So I'm going to let WABABAI tell me, okay, give me a few ideas. So suggest a title, suggest maybe 5 titles. So it's going to go and tell me, okay, well, these are 5 potential titles. Wisdom of the Ancients, a Navigating Modern World with Stoicism and Taoism. Okay, that's not bad. Echoes of the Past, Ancient Philosophies for Modern Challenges, the Stoic Tao. Okay, that's a fusion of timeless wisdom for a turbulent world. Isn't all right, not too bad. So some good suggestions. Going to go with the Stoic Tao. I think that's interesting. So going to take this one. We'll just edit and say, okay, let's just keep this one. I could actually edit it and type whatever I want, right? But let's say I want to, okay, this looks like a nice book. So next thing, book description. So I could write my own book description, but again, I'm going to be lazy this time. I'm going to say, okay, yes, give me a description, right? So I have here the book description, the Stoic Tao, timeless wisdom in turbulent world, delves into the profound teachings of Stoicism and the West. And all right. Okay, I'll take it for the moment. I think this is not the important part of WABABAI. This is just something that you will use later to sell your book, if you may, or to describe your book. So I think this one is decent. So I will just keep. Maybe I will just remove a little bit of here and there. Sorry, remove this one. Keep it. And just save it, right? And this is now where the magic begins, right? Because I could go and say, okay, I can write the outline myself, but I will just tell, okay, generate an outline for me. Okay, what could be a good outline for this book? And okay, it's done, and it's telling me, okay, go and review the outline. And here I have the outline that is suggesting me. Now I just need to go through it and validate it. Okay, so the Stoic Tao, timeless wisdom for a turbulent world, have an introduction. Okay, I take it. Have origins of Stoicism and Taoism. I think it's good to give an introduction for those philosophies. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, one chapter for Stoicism, one chapter for Taoism, makes sense. let's do comparative analysis. Okay, I might change this title later because maybe it's not too catchy, but okay, I understand the topic. Yeah, it makes sense to do comparative analysis, how they integrate in modern life. Looks pretty good. Facing the challenges in the modern world, and a conclusion. Okay, so I take it. So I'm going to go. Yeah, let's go with it. And actually, I have now here my my project. I have my project here with the outline that I have created. Have here the description also if I want to recall it. And I could change, add chapters, add sections. I could add pre-write and do it in a very quick way. But actually, if I have some ideas I want to explore, I have a pre-write section where I can explore new ideas, and I can chat also with WABABAI to get ideas. But let's say I just want to start writing the book. So I go section by section. And in this one, you can go to be lazy. I could say, oh, all right, this is the introduction, but what is this introduction about? Okay, generate the first draft for me, right? I don't want to, I'm going to go relatively quick, right? Okay, so I have here an introduction. If I'm, okay, I'm going to do now just a quick demo, but here, the idea is not that you just take whatever WABABAI gives you, but that it gives you a first idea that then you can edit. And once you edit, you can go there and say, all right, of course, the first thing I do, I remove this because it's repetitive, but maybe I want to change something. I'm marking, okay, you can change whatever you want. You can actually even do something which is interesting, which is have AI also change it for you. So if I add any other topic, or add some more detail on a given topic, I can just click on enrich, or I can just click on enrich directly on the test that WABABAI gives me, and it will enrich it to the test, right? It will give me a new version with, in this case, more enrichment, or I could just enhance it, or I could just proofread it. Okay, I take it, and then here I have it, right? So as you see, very easy to keep adding. Well, I can add also a note. You could do several things. So I have this is a section that is in the manuscript. This is in draft state, right? So that's why I have it is in draft state, because I have already something created. So this is the way that you can go one by one, and you see how easy you can get a first draft of a book. In this case, and doing it the lazy way, written entirely by AI. But here, the important thing for an author is that you make it your own, right? Is that you give the point of view that you want to give, right? That you edit any section and make it your own. So again, by writing and editing on your own, this is how you actually make the book yours. Going to remove the double quotes because that sometimes gives some trouble. We'll just stick to simple quotes, and then you can again enrich, or you enhance. For instance, that's interesting, right? If I click on enhance, then before I was enriching the text, now with enhance, what I'm going to get is just another version of it, but as if it was an editor that it was suggesting me how to restructure the test, right? Again, you can play with it. You don't need to take the suggestions, if I'm not going to take it this time. Again, you can play with it the way you want. Well, once you've done it with all the sections, right? And by the way, once you've done it with all the sections, then maybe I will do it and come back in a minute. But as you see, it's going to take me just this clicks, right? I'm going to do it without even reviewing, just to show how easy it can be done, right? Okay, I take this one. All right, I'm going to just let it generate all these sections, right? I'm going to edit maybe and say, okay, yes, get it for me. Once I edited it, if I don't do anything, it will not keep it as draft, right? But if I do it, it will change it to draft stage. And actually, for any section, I can, once it's generated, I can change the state if I want. So you could use also the tool to review your first manuscript, right? This is okay. This is the comparative analysis. Again, I'm going to say, okay, I give it an okay. But then once it's done, you can also edit it and say, okay, yeah, maybe I want to change the section. You wanted to change the outline, but if I want to say, well, this is not draft, this I've already reviewed, you can say, well, this is, maybe you can say it's in review state or it's already revised, right? Okay, let's put it, and then it's going to be changing also each of the sections so that you can keep track of what you are writing, whether you are reviewing it or not. I'm going to go very, very quickly to generate this one. And again, very interesting. Yeah, as you see, well, if you read it, you typically amazed by how good GPT. What is using OpenAI GPT, as you can imagine, and I'm really amazed how good it is, right? So let's just keep it. This is just saying it's new section because I haven't edited it, right? Again, there are some stages that are changed automatically the way when you do them, right? Like when you save it, you are going to change to a draft because you're supposed to have at least drafted it with the help of AI. But if I don't do anything and just keep it right, it will just keep it as new. Anyway, at the end, you have easily created a first version of your book. It's not actually your book in the way that you haven't make it yours, actually, although you've given instructions to what was the book about, what is the target audience, etc. But now, okay, let's generate this, let's compile the manuscript, right? So we're going to compile the manuscript. Okay, done, relatively easy. It's a very short book in this case, right? We just made something simple. You could make longer projects, but actually WABABAI shines in this type of short books of 5,000 to 10,000 words or less, where you have a very particular point of view you want to make. Okay, have AI help you make that point of view, make your statement, make your point, right? And again, you have the manuscript. It's in you can actually copy and take it to another app. You can send it by email, and it will be sent with your own email client, and it will be sent or copied in Markdown, right? So that you can easily play with it, take it to calibrate to any tool that you prefer for your final editing or for your final composition of the book. But at the end, you have already, as you see, a manuscript in your hands that you can play with it. There are many more things that you can do. You can have your list of projects, right? This is the one that we just created, but I have here several other projects. The ones that have a draft, projects have a state on their own as well. So some of them are drafting them, some of them are drafted. And you can search for it. If I have something reviewed or final, again, you can play with it the way you want. You have many capabilities, of course, to play with your books. You have also an editor to help you write, where you can brainstorm ideas. You can again ask WABABAI to prompt you so that you write based on the prompts that the AI gives you. This is where you can have all your pre-chat ideas. So this is some of the things I'm working on a project for, Greatest Journey, which is actually a fiction book, but actually a non-fiction, you can imagine how WABABAI can make it extremely simple for you to write a book easily on whatever you want, right? This is, let's have a look maybe on one pre-chat, or maybe you can look this. I have a project here to write a book a week, right? To have a challenge to write one book every single week. I already have a manuscript, but I still wasn't happy with the title of the book. So I have here, this is an example of how I was brainstorming, right? To have different ideas. Okay, what are the titles could I give to the book, right? And here I have some suggestions, right? Like a prologue, one book in a week challenge. Yeah, I have several ideas with some different book descriptions with different angles. So I may reuse this to actually select the one I find more interesting and then rewrite the manuscript with that angle, right? As you know, there are three main stages when you write a book, right? From idea to the first manuscript. Then second, a more important one is the review, so that you, and the polishing what you want to give, and then it's actually the publishing and the promoting of the book, right? So WABABAI makes the first part extremely simple, so that you can spend more time on your rewriting and the promotion of the book, or shipping of the book, whatever you want to do with it, whether you want to give it as a freebie in your website or whatever. Again, this is a quick overview of WABABAI. Very simple tool to make you write quickly, effectively, and write more, better, and faster.